What's up, YouTube? 24 Trivia here, and today I will be bringing my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. This isn't your normal Blue Eyes deck because it has a bunch of cards that aren't exactly expected out of a Blue Eyes deck, and they make the deck so much more fun to play and a little bit tougher to get around some of the plays. So let's get started. First up, the three standard Blue Eyes. This is your main deck boss monster. It's a dragon, so it's almost guaranteed to be good. Yeah, I choose this art because I like it the most. You can choose any of the arts. Two Divine Dragon Ragnarok and two Lord of D. These have a fusion to get that make dragons a lot better, and I'll get into that fusion in a bit. 3 Maiden, you have to play 3 Maiden. 2 Rider of the Stormwinds, you can equip it to either of the dragon type normals straight from your hand or your side of the field. You generally don't want to summon this one though, so you just equip it from your hand. And then it gives that normal monster piercing and 1 protection from being destroyed. Then I play Honest because Honest is amazing. All the main monsters in this deck are light, and yeah, it's really good. Next I play 1 Red MD. In my test duel, Red MD actually won me the game by having it. I drew it off of a trade-in, and I was able to win from there. 3 Whitestone. This is Card of Consonance. With Cards of Consonance fodder, 1-for-1 fodder, and it's a tuner. It's a level 1 tuner, so if you have this on the field for whatever reason, maybe you summoned it with Red MD. This in Blue Eyes is your Azure Eyes, and a search. And then lastly, I play 2 Kinkabio. Kinkabio is actually a very useful card in this deck, and a lot of people seem to forget that. The rulings state that Kinkabio continuously targets the monster it summons back until either of them leaves the field. So you go Kinkabio, Special Maiden, you now have a Blue Eyes and an Azure Eyes play. So that's why Kinkabio is good. I only play 2 because I think 3 would be cloggy, and 2 seems to work out just fine. Next, I play 1-for-1. 1-for-1 pitch a monster, special a level 1 from your deck or hand. You can't special summon Kinkabio, but you can special summon Maiden, Rider, or Whitestone, and then you have a tuner without using your normal summon. So, yeah. I only played 2 Cards of Consonance and 2 trade-in because I tested 3 and 3 was very cloggy. Like, I almost lost because I was stuck with 2 of these in my hand, and I never drew it. I drew into 1 of these all game. Oh, interesting note, that's the Whitestone Legend right there. So it's like made for this deck. And then the dragon in this is Felgrand Dragon. That's not really that relevant. Dragon's Mirror. I play 2 Dragon's Mirror because this is a good fusion summoning card. I mentioned earlier that I play a fusion in this deck that makes it really good. So this is a very good option to have. And I can set up my fusion summoning and my Azure Eyes play with Dragon Shrine. You can send. I send Divine Dragon Ragnarok and then a Blue Eyes, but they can go in either order. But I prefer to send the Ragnarok first, and for whatever reason. Next I play One Silver's Cry. This was a very late addition to the deck. You special a dragon type normal monster from your graveyard, and you can only play one per turn. I only have one, so I don't have to worry about that condition at the end. Then the last spell I play is one Stamping Destruction. It's a dragon type MST that inflicts 500 damage to the controller. So if your opponent has like some pesky set card and you control a dragon, you can play it, target their set card, and do 500 burn to them. And that 500 burn can really help. Now the only problem with this card is it's not a quick play. So you can only play it during your turn. But it can be very helpful at times. Next, 2 Burst Breath. This is a card that I saw played against me, and then I've known about the card for a while, but I never thought to use it until I built this deck. You tribute a dragon, and anything with less defense than that dragon's attack is destroyed on both fields. So, if you tribute a Blue Eyes, everything with 3,000 or less defense is destroyed. That is everything in my deck, literally, except for the Blue Eyes Ultimate, but I probably wouldn't have a Blue Eyes and a Blue Eyes Ultimate on the field. Next I play 2 Castle Dragon Souls. You can banish a dragon, give a 700 point boost. And you can play this during the damage step of either turn. So if your opponent attacks, then you can flip castle and then use its effect immediately, banishing one of the many dragons in the graveyard. And this affects any monster, not just your dragons. So you can boost anything with 700 attack. And when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one of your banished dragons. You can only control one castle. And then the rest of the traps are just staples: Bottomless Compulse, Warning, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Mirror Force. Totals 41 cards. Onto the extra deck. Blue Eyes Ultimate, made with 3 Blue Eyes. I like this alternate art because it looks freaking amazing. And then this is the fusion I was talking about earlier, King Dragoon. It reads, your opponent cannot select any dragon type monsters as the targets of spell, trap, or monster card effects. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 dragon type monster from your hand. Now, this card opens up so many plays. And you can special literally anything you want. I used this to special I believe I special summoned a Whitestone on my amazing win that I had. And I then banished it for Red MD, special with Blue Eyes. I had a Maiden synchro for Azure Eyes. I had Armades on the field, so I attacked with the Armades. Knew that he couldn't do anything, and then 2 attacks, I win. Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Now for synchros, 3 Azure Eyes. This is just standard 3 Azure Eyes. Cataster, because you can make 5s in this deck. Formula, you can go, if you don't have a Maiden in the graveyard, you can go Kinka, get Whitestone or Rider, the Stormwind. Either of these. These 2 are tuners. This is not. That makes a level 2 synchro, like Formula, and then you can draw a card and maybe draw into the answer you need. Then I play Armades which, as I said earlier, is a really good card. Trident Dragion. This is kind of tricky to make because you would have to use Azure Eyes as a material. Because my only Dragon type tuners are level 1, and then it's kind of tricky to make, but it's here if I need it, and then I can just kill 2 of my cards, and then get 2 extra attacks, and if it's 3 direct attacks from this, that's an OTK, and it's pretty good. Next, I play 1 Dracension, the Supreme Sky Dragon. This doesn't require specifically dragons, so it's easy to make. And this card, you can make it, if you have a big hand, it can be really helpful because it gains 800 attack for every card in your hand, and then 4 cards, it's 32. And then but it only gets that when it's synchro summoned. So yeah, you want to summon it with a big hand. That way it's permanently big. And if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card, you can summon all the materials, but only if all the materials are in the graveyard. And you can only use that once per turn, and the materials are negated. Well, the effects are. Last synchro is Orient Dragon. You can make this with Formula and one of the 4s, or one of the 1-stars and one of the 5-star synchros. This, you can banish your opponent's synchro. That's really good, this format, because synchros are really starting to come back, and they're getting better again. Well, there's already been a bunch of good ones, but now they're getting more good ones. I do play some Xyz monsters, but I don't bring them out a lot. I play 1 Lavalval Chain because I can send something to the graveyard or top deck something I want, or top deck a monster I would need. Emerald can revive a normal or put back 3 monsters, like a mini Avarice, like it's always been. Thunder End Dragon, 2 level 8 normals. That would be 2 blue eyes. You once per turn detach material and destroy all other monsters on the field. That's kind of good. And then 1 Heliopolis, 2 level 8s, and you can nuke any cards that are on the field by detaching and then tributing any number of monsters from your hand or field. So yeah, the deck's pretty good. Like I said earlier, it does have consistency issues, but every deck should have them. And if you don't have consistency issues, then your deck's OP. Cough, cough, Dragon Rulers. Cough. But yeah, I guess that's it. 24 Tributor signing out.